Millennia ago, humanity first reached the vastness of space with atomic drives and generational ships. Men and women said goodbye to their loved ones, fully aware that over such vast distances they would never see them ever again. It was a fool's gamble, but many were willing to pay it for a chance to look up and see the stars for the first time through alien skies. But like any other cricket card game, almost everyone who played it lost. Countless disasters and tragedies unfolded on our most hopeful and brave. Their exceptional lives were cut short and scuttled by the cold, deadly certainty of space. That was until the discovery of the trans drive. A marvel of science ripped from the very heart of an ancient alien spacecraft. The drive took journeys before it had taken decades and reduced them down to a handful of hours. Finally, the stars were fully open to us, and almost overnight, humanity began to spread and explore every corner of the universe. But this time, it was different. Before we'd sent our best and our brightest, our most dedicated and heroic had made the journey into the unknown. But this time, anyone could go. Our ancestors had dreamed of lost civilizations, alien races, and strange mysteries of science to discover and explore. But our grandparents had other motives. Greed, envy, and wrath were just as important as curiosity, courage, and dedication to them. Anyone who could afford the miracle of the drive could blast off into the stars. And so many did, and everywhere they went, they ruined the universe forever. Time and time again, miracles that could have fundamentally changed mankind forever were squandered in favor of greed and short-term gains. Wars, disease, alien horrors became as commonplace as the miracles that should have made us better people. Somewhere out there they say there's a better place. Worlds where mankind made the right choices, planned ahead, learned, explored, discovered, became their better selves. But that place isn't here. After all, this is the wrong side of the verse.
Alrighty, for an extra experience points, who wants to recap on what happened last time?
I can give it a try. After successfully finishing our first salvage mission, this adventure, we locked our sights on our next haul. A suspicious derelict, perhaps a smuggler, a hauler of something of that variety. What's to know? After maneuvering on board and ejecting a vibrating bed out into space, Smith hooks his mitts on perhaps the most luxurious of luxury items that can be had in all four corners of the verse. A full bottle of Johnny Walker Red. Unfortunately, all the bottles in the case of the Johnny Walker Red were pretty much either broken or what would we call it?
Non-returnable.
Decoy bottles. After digging around in the box, Smith found several packages of a mysterious substance that would, get you 3 hots in a cot for about 20 years. Not quite knowing what to do with this, and not having much choice in anything else, as far as to handle this situation and where to go, because at that moment, a military vessel jumped out of hyperspace with a blown reactor because of the gravimetric fields, like everything else, and nearly destroyed itself in 3 places. Our valiant crew, bringing it to action, just leaped up to help the crew of the... what was it? The USS Dominator? I don't know.
It's the Goliath.
the Goliath, the USCM Space Goliath, something like that. Smith, using all of his military, medical, and emergency situation experience, helped the crew in every way he can, including committing several mercy killings.
I don't think you told us about the mercy killings.
With the Goliath a wreck, the other scavengers in the area have also begun to aid in exporting the crew of over 100,000 souls. Probably a lot less now.
Thanks to mercy killings.
Sorry. God, mercy killings. Okay. Okay. Now we find ourselves at the will and the whim of the lovely Colonel. Yeah, Big Gay. No, Joyce Anderson, and her right hand, SPS Robert Kirkman. Huh.
No relation.
Smith thinks about that for a second. Huh. Couldn't be. Anyway, and so we wake up. Return back to our world, just in time to Smith chasing everybody down the hallway as his lovely tent is about to get evicted out of an airlock for being a tripping hazard.
Yeah, you guys. Everyone, give me a roll real quick.
Roll.
Yeah.
3d6.
It's a bread product.
Ooh.
Has a lot of yeast in it. You cover it with butter.
Rolls are delicious.
I got 12.
Whatever you were asking about, I am busy trying to install this new copy of Winamp. Apparently, it wants me to agree something about my soul.
Oh yes, give me a soul.
You rolled a. Oh god.
Roll a 7.
As we come back, you guys are sitting in a newly repaired canteen, as Colonel Joyce Sanderson says a fed sailor is a happy sailor, and you guys weren't eating at all very well. So she had her crew overhaul your guys' canteen.
We have a canteen?
We had a canteen?
I do now.
Wait,
Yes, sir.
so you put the reconstitution things inside the reconstitutor, and it comes out like that? We've been eating it directly out of the package.
Joyce will.
This is much more
look at you
palatable.
disgusted. And as that happens, Porter, two drunk sailors will get into a fight and tumble into you in the process.
Oh dear. Okay, I immediately
And
protect
that
my bladder
quickly,
pouch.
That quickly spirals out of control, and now everyone's involved in this bar fight.
Oh my.
Bar fight!
Damn it, can a man enjoy his reconstituted mackerel in peace?
Everybody?
Everyone's in.
Sorry,
Yep.
reconstituted synthetic mackerel.
Okay, Porter is going to try and cover his bladder pouch, so he doesn't want that to happen again, and rolls underneath the nearest table.
What did you roll for that?
Okay, let me roll. Hang on.
I say.
I roll a 6 with 2 1s. I think that's not going to work out well.
Rolled onto your bladder pouch.
Yeah, I think I actually rolled into a big guy. Maybe tripped
In
him.
the process of you you going to roll on the table, you actually hit your head on the edge of the table.
Ow!
And leaning back in pain, you manage to headbutt a dude behind you.
Uh-oh.
Someone who is significantly bigger than you.
That was an accident.
And he says, "Oh, it's on now," and he goes for a swing. He's gonna swing at you, Porter.
Porter's gonna
give me a dodge roll. You guys,
11 actually.
in your panic, get a little bit too close. He misses, and you manage to headbutt him again. This time, in the bottom of the jaw, and he goes back.
Listen, that was. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. That was an accident. Wait, testing 1, 2, 3. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
I actually twisted my volume dial on my headphones. I'll make sure I put it back up in the right direction. All right. I am so sorry. Oh my brother! I'm so. Oh crap! Did I break his teeth? I am in trouble. Gorak!
He's reeling. Gorak, as you are sitting there eating your meal, you see Porter get into a fist fight. Then you see him headbutt a guy, and that dude is like on the ground now. And you are.
I shot.
As this is happening, a bigger, too stupid looking, I'm talking like real, like bottom of the barrel, probably got shipped here because there was no one else that would take him. Run up and both holding one side of a chair, hit you with it. It breaks and does pretty much nothing to your armor.
How many forms of suicide? That's a new one. All right.
So we got dumbass one, or we got.
We can hear you, boss.
Hang
on, she's turning her microphone working. Hang on.
No worries.
Yeah. I should be able to.
There we go.
Oh, I know what I gotta do. Hang on.
There you go.
Yep.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, and you're really loud too.
Let me close Discord.
Alright, we got Private Dumas and Private Small Braun.
This will not end well for them. Hey Smith, how much you want to put on Gorak?
Hey, hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Give me a roll.
Alright.
Alright.
Wait, what? Smith goes.
Oh right, we sorry, we need over or under on Gorak.
What's the under like?
under. It's like okay, under basically, Gorak only breaks 3 bones.
16.
Yeah, Gorak. As you let me give a counter roll here. Yeah, you grab Dumas and Small Braun and smack them together. There's a loud clacking noise as 2 empty skulls smash into each other.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And they're down for the count. There's actually several people that just go, "Oh, what a bunch of idiots!" This general, like, what are they doing, going on around you? Jay, does that happen? Some very drunk older officer type is trying to hit on you.
That's a sound. Jade,
Well,
did you hear?
sorry. Yeah, I'm here. Man, I just sit there quietly.
You're not reacting?
Fuck.
Let's see how strong his willpower is. He gets bored quickly because he's drunk and goes to hit on some other lady.
Damn. Only one man that I need. His name is Smith.
Did you do that thing that drunks do when they've been turned down and basically yell something offensive before he walks off?
Yeah, absolutely. It says something along the lines of, well, you'll never set your roots at home in my room or something.
Oh, dirty.
Alright, Porter. This dude gets back up and he's rubbing his jaw and one of his eyes is cross-eyed.
Listen, my friend, I am very sorry. I have no combat skills. In fact, I have I barely can walk. Oh yeah. I just thought about that. Hey, goodbye! And with that, Porter will basically lean back and hit his jetpack to basically launch himself backwards.
Alright. See what he does here. He's gonna try and reach for you. He managed to get a hold of your foot as you jet back, but all that results in him doing is him getting jerked forward and then him hitting his head on the table that you just hit your head on. And this time he is thoroughly out for the count.
Ooh. I expect Porter, like, he goes flying backwards, slams the whole bunch of tables, he's going kind of uncontrolled, like the guy behind him, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Finally crashes. That was a bad idea. Now look over at Gorak. What's Gorak doing?
Alright, Smith. You're sitting down at the table with the Colonel, and she's talking to you about her military time, and you're talking to her about your military time, and that older gentleman comes over and starts trying to hit on the Colonel.
Hey,
Now that's an important new form of suicide.
Okay, so
I'll let you make the
can I get
first
a description
move.
of this gentleman? Rank, age, serial number, stuff like that.
Apparently, he's got 2 stars, so he's definitely probably the senior enlisted on the ship. But he looks like he's probably got that rank through connection as opposed to merit.
Okay.
And older gentleman type looks like he's been an alcoholic and has relapsed 3 times, and scraggly beard that probably needed to be cut like 3 days ago.
Ooh.
One of his eyes is a black eye. That looks pretty fresh too. So it seems like this dude gets into trouble quite often. Man, his name is you see the name Troyer on his left pocket.
Okay.
I'll let you make the first move before the Colonel does anything.
Smith immediately inserts himself in between the Colonel and Troyer, reaches into his top his top suit pocket, pulls out his pin light, starts flashing into the guy's eyes, and saying, "Excuse me, sir, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? I'm getting a couple of micro stutters in your left eye there."
As you do that, he'll recoil back and try and swipe in front of his face.
Hey, Smith keeps turning the light in different directions, so he's constantly blinding him in some way.
Yeah, let's see how he.
Sir, I'm really concerned here. It's like I don't see this very often. I'm almost certain you're on the verge of having a seizure. How much alcohol have you had this evening?
He'll say, huh? He's still trying to block the light in his eye.
Have you had anything salty, anything recently? Sir. Okay, I'm gonna need you to count back from 5 for me.
He'll say 5, 4. He seems like he knows his numbers pretty well.
Okay, sir, I didn't ask you to count back from 5. I asked you what year it is.
He's gonna look at you, and one of his eyes is gonna go cross-eyed.
Oh shit! You broke him.
And before you can do this man any more mental damage, Colonel Sanderson is gonna walk up and be like, "God damn it, Troyer, go back to your fucking hole." We both agree that while you technically command the ship, I'm the one doing the actual commanding. Or do you want a repeat of the Ruskatov incident? And at that, the general will go white, and he'll quickly grab one of the bottles and scuttle out of the room. You're not sure where he's going, because pretty much everything over there is fucking bad. So.
Some reason managed to space himself, or anybody else.
Uh,
You know, we don't really have good locks on anything.
He's dead.
So Smith is going to look at the Colonel and say, "It's like we should probably send somebody with him to make sure that he doesn't, jettison half the crew into space."
Well, she'll shake her head and she'll say, "I'm do that anyway." And then she'll look over and say, "Kirkman," and Kirkman will be like, "God, fucking time." He'll start walking out.
Poor Kirkman.
And so,
He was a nice fella. He
the Colonel will say, "Can you gather your people? We need to talk."
Smith looks around and says, "Looking for first porter, and then listen, there's Grogneck right there.
Yeah,
You
poor
can't
Sid,
miss
like in a
her."
pile of people, he's actually knocked out. He's like holding his fist up, not sure what to do, but he actually hits another guy. Boom. I am sorry! Grogneck, what do I do about this?
Some alcohol.
Apparently I'm a killing machine. And worse than Smith.
I don't think that's physically possible.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean,
Right.
Smith shouts, "Hey, vibrant display of intergalactic life. The Colonel needs to talk with us."
That's you.
That's you, Jade.
I was drinking. So, my lady's drunk. Semi-drunk. Yeah, Smith!
She can get
I'm
drunk.
sorry, Colonel. Apparently, Jade's on the catnip again. Sorry, the oregano.
Oh yeah, the oregano.
Sitting next to another lady. I'm sleeping in Smith's bed tonight.
Sorry, Smith.
Smith says that's fine. I know at least 3 places I can hide.
He can try. I'll find him.
All right. Yes. Porter will try and talk his way out of actually hurting anybody else to get out of here, because this is he's now hurt 4 people today in this accidental bar fight than he's ever actually actively tried to do in his life.
Porter's a sissy.
Absolutely.
All right. So
Start the war.
the Colonel's gonna pull you guys off to a thing marked VIP booth. You're not sure how this is here. None of this stuff was on your ship before. I'm pretty sure. And she's gonna sit you down, and she's gonna hit a button, and you'll see noise canceling monitor here above you guys. She said, "So, we need to talk."
Talk away, Captain Lady.
The thing that pulled my ship out of orbit, we're checking the logs of the accident before it happened. It is powerful, like scary powerful.
It's actively warping space and causing distortions, which are changing all our sensor scans.
That's awesome.
She'll nod and she'll say, "Our ship is literally built for anti warp countermeasures, so stuff like what happened cannot happen. And not only did we get pulled out of warp, we got pulled out of warp so violently our reactor exploded."
Gorak,
Yeah, we
do you
saw
have
that
assessment?
part.
Shrugs.
It's always a good bad thing when the science guy shrugs.
I can check.
I mean, it definitely has something to do with that creepy little ship in the middle of everything. I betcha.
She'll nod her head and she'll say, "Yeah, that's looks like that's where most of the readings are originating from. It's got some type of magnet to it that attracts ships that are warping, and then once it gets close, it rips them out. I don't know why something like that would be designed or needed."
There's a malfunctioning gravity drive on that ship.
Transdrive is ancient technology. It's possible that perhaps the ship is related to the ancients. Maybe it's some kind of countermeasure they have to prevent transdrives entering an area.
It could be, but I find it more likely to be a malfunctioning drive.
Regardless, our current
Could it be
order...
an anti-theft measure? Okay, all I'm saying is when I was a kid, is like me and the guys used to go, hover buggy. He looks at us. I was like, I'm just saying, we're young, we're stupid, we're minors. The records have been sealed. Okay, I can't charges cannot be pressed anymore. So Smith makes this very clear. We used to go, obtaining hover buggies without permission, and hot rodding them around town on Sunday nights.
That's my man, a naughty boy.
So you were a biker and a miner when you were a child? That's an impressive resume.
The Colonel's just watching you guys with amazement.
Hey, Captain Lady, you ever heard of Fuller House? Full House?
She'll open up. She'll open up her digipad and show you both copies of both movies on there. This is a standard USNC issue material.
Smith. Sell the Full House.
Damn it! I'm sorry, Jade. I'm having a conversation here. I don't have time to watch the antics of Bob Saget. Okay?
The copies we got.
That man is American treasure. The world is a
Anywho,
smaller place because of his loss.
I mean, even though he died like 1,000 years ago now, you know that there's an entire church dedicated to him.
Yeah, have you seen the anti-Saget?
Kirk Cameron? Kirk Cameron?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that guy. He's a big bummer. Anyway, back to the point. Colonel, eventually my buddy Johnny, he got a little handsy, and he decided to steal this brand new one straight off the assembly line. Apparently, the owner was smart enough to have a security device installed, and this one was not. Let's just say it was messy. If you got too close to it and the alarm went off, it just sort of, shit. So Smith is dancing around, thinking of the horror of seeing Johnny imploded on that hover bike.
Sorry,
The Colonel will look at you, Smith, and say, "Let's get to the gist of the story you're telling."
I'm just saying. Have we entertained the idea that this is an anti-theft measure on an alien spacecraft? I mean, we heard about the Valorians and their freaking mine traps on their vessels for anybody who is not of their race, so...
In any event, I think the Colonel is suggesting that this thing is a major hazard and that she needs it investigated.
Oh,
yes,
I have a
What's her name again?
I am Porter. It says Generation Gamma. It says number 221. There was 220 other Porters before me. She'll
be like, and we're going off track again. Just say it's
okay, Colonel. I have a more direct, pertinent question.
Go on.
Did you have any thermonuclear devices on your ship?
I cannot disclose that information.
Well, I'm just saying.
We have thermonuclear devices in the galley.
She'll look at you like, what?
Well, they hooked up that reconstitutor. Right? I mean, that's hooked up to says our main. It says engine system right there. We should probably actually. How's it showing on that, Gorek?
With that, she's gonna open up her phone and be like, "Everyone, stop eating the fuck."
I'm sorry, we didn't hear Gorek.
Yeah.
It's holding.
See, yeah, it's fine. No, we haven't had a meltdown in quite some time.
We have meltdowns? What?
Not this week.
Well, mileage may vary for some of us. Anyway, we're talking about the reactor, not personal meltdowns.
On you, Smith.
Anyway, Colonel, I asked this because I really don't want to go to that ship ever. It is very bad juju. I was, thinking maybe we just toss some nuclear weapons at it and hope for the best.
I do not think they would actually make it there. Which means they would probably detonate too close to us, which would be a very bad idea.
Based on
We can move further away.
Based on some of the tests we've done, we've seen it repel pretty much anything that gets close to it.
Do you have any idea how we might be able to get close enough to approach it?
And anything that gets too close is slowed down and then shoved away violently. And then she'll pull up a video, and it's a replay actually of the Chicken Raptor Clyde thing, and then it'll change to a different video of them sending some of the debris from the Goliath at it. It's pretty much all the same thing.
So
all right.
the debris gets repelled as well.
All right.
Inertia drive.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
I said inertia drive, perhaps. Gravitational malfunction. Wait, gravitational lensing?
If I wasn't drunk, I could tell you what that shit is, but...
All right.
Actually, isn't Jade a psychic?
Drunk psychic, yeah!
How close could we get before you could actually maybe reach over there with your mind, Jade?
Good question.
Is it as close as this repulsion field?
What character?
I don't think the character sheet says so. It's up to the character to decide, or the GM.
Okay. I don't
Do you
know.
think you could get... What do you think the range is? Just give an estimate.
Probably fucking a room, I would say. Like you can a room across the room.
It's not very far.
No.
Okay.
Regardless, some of our sensor readings have actually picked up what looks like communications, although not intelligent, between that ship and several of these other alien ships. And she'll pull up a video, and it's the 3 alien ships that you guys noted before.
Damn fucking bastards. Potter!
Can you play the recording message, please?
It's not really anything intelligible from what our analysts.
That's
can say.
actually fine. You understand? I'm from the hub. I'm this is the heap, Dark Star. There is a alien. There is a group of ancients that is in the event horizon of a black hole. There, every so often we pick up their transmissions. I'm just curious. This is the message that I heard not too long ago, before I got here.
She'll raise an eyebrow. Dark Star, like the galaxy with the big ass black hole in the middle.
Yeah, that's us.
Hey, we have an officer, a junior officer up there. You guys should talk. And then
She's quite nice.
She'll pull up the message. And while there are no intelligible words, Porter, give me a roll.
All right.
And you get 2 levels of
asset.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna throw a third one on because I feel like this would be good for his background. So let's put that at a 25.
While it seems quieter and weaker in a way, Porter, and there's no actual words from you can hear the tones and the general like feeling you get from this message is almost exactly the same as the ones that were broadcasting from the wreck of the ship.
And that's exactly those signals. It's an ancient ship. I've heard other signals like this. I heard one when we were heading to the Detroit system, and quite frankly, it freaked me out. I thought that all the ancients and the technology was long gone or buried. But there we go. We got one right there.
She'll laugh and she'll say, "Maybe they are, but not their technology." And then she'll look around, make sure the noise canceling thing is on. It's like, it's kind of a well-known secret that we didn't come up with our own jump technology.
No. My primary job as a porter was harvesting and transporting trans drives off of the heap. Ones that were rescued from the hub.
Yeah. Pretty much everything we know comes from what we believe is that race. And this looks like a particularly intact and pristine example of one of those ships. And for whatever reason, it's broadcasting the message that you said sounds very familiar to these 3 other ships.
But I assume we could actually approach one of those other ships. So if we can get aboard one of them, we might be able to reach that one.
We have called our expert we have on hand for help with this. He'll be here shortly. He'll check our watch. His name is Zyvar. I don't know if you've heard of him before. He's kind of an expert in the...
With that, Porter's eyes will bug out. How about you there, Smith?
Smith doesn't like this at all. Colonel, we got about 7 to 8 things to tell you that you may not be aware of.
Now, she'll raise her eyebrow. Said, "Do you have heard of Cypher?"
Well, first thing I was going to let you know, are you aware of Mr. Chicken Raptor Clyde's proclivity with chickens?
I don't even know who that man is outside of the name in the restaurant.
He has the bigger ship over there to the left.
Also, Zyvar currently there's an existing bounty on his head. Yes, unknown subject is currently paying a large fee to have him located and brought in. And the whole thing is very sketchy. The employer, Zyvar, everything.
But more importantly, there may be some connection between Zyvar and Mr. Raptor Clyde there, who we are considering the fact that maybe Zyvar put Chicken Raptor Clyde up to hiring us out for this particular mission. But that's not to be... That's, speculation.
Hi.
She'll nod her head and say, "I did find it weird that he was in this system."
What do we know about Zyvar? Because we were actually told about the bounty, but everything was very, shall we say, sketchy at best.
She'll say, "Well, he's been a not an enlisted member, but an associate and a well-paid one for a long time, pretty much as long as I've been in service." And she'll pull up a picture, and sure enough, it's the same picture that's on the bounty. It's almost like someone took the picture from his file and put it on the bounty.
I suspect this is his pilot's license. You can tell because his hair's at a place. He's missing entirely from his head. Plus, they got him blinking.
Well, more importantly is, now the DMV actually has a toupee available, pre-scuttled, so you don't have to go through the identity of actually having out of place hair yourself.
She says, as opposed to his background, he's pretty much one of the at least accredited anyway, most prolific historians for the ancients.
I did not know that.
He also grew up in Darkstar.
That I really did not know, and I am terrified.
Yeah, no one really knows what his race is, because he's just looking. But
has anybody here ever seen an ancient?
No.
no one knows what they look like.
We know they're roughly our size and possibly bipedal, seeing as much of their technology seem to be adaptable to our bodies.
Yeah, it's strange. Well, they have history books, and we found stuff talking about their past, and there's no pictures of them. There's no descriptions of what they look like. It's almost like they've been erased.
Or manufactured.
Well, let's meet our friend Zybar and see what we can find out. And if I suddenly become very quiet, it's because I am terrified.
I'm just saying, it's just like the ancients to have never existed and be completely a construct of some third party to fill in a void of information that we know nothing about.
She'll laugh and say, "You got quite the mind on you, don't you?"
Yeah, there's reaching and then there's that. Dear God. Now do 10 minutes about Bigfoot.
Oh,
say-
Bigfoot, hell of a nice guy.
She'll say, "Thank you for telling me about."
I am just saying, he's a hell of an auto detailer.
He actually did. He says that one pod over there on the right. He actually got to take it back in there. The paint started to peel. That might be from the leaking of the reactor. Sorry, go ahead. My apologies there, Colonel.
No, it's fine. I was just going to thank you guys for letting me know about the bounty. And maybe I'll send some people out here to go search for him. Because if you guys may be upstanding people and said this bounty's a little shady, but I imagine in this of a galaxy that not everyone's going to be like you guys.
Well, it's Dark Star's involved, so yeah, everything is terrible and horrible. And Smith, Gorak, do you think if we got in an escape pod and hooked a trans drive to it, how far we could get before they caught us?
Darkstar or the Marines?
Both.
Excerts now.
Okay, no running.
I think they may be onto that ploy.
I am not the world's most deceptive person, as you may have noticed.
But I think you may have mentioned exactly how you escaped Darkstar in the pirates. Yeah, I think you may have already mentioned in front of them how you escaped the pirates.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're stuck.
And plus, we can't run the trans drive in this space at all, anyway.
It's not so much that we are trustworthy, Colonel, as that we are not very good at concealing our motives.
Smith looks at both of you and says, "Speak for yourselves."
All right, fine. You are very deceptive.
The Colonel will shrug and say, "It makes it easier to work with you guys." That and the fact that you pretty much dropped everything to come help us. So
Yeah. The idea of people dying in space is not the kind of thing that sits well with me. My apologies. But,
yeah, me neither.
Come.
Plus, saving a few fellow conscripted types will, maybe be able to put in a good word for when it's time to get one of those big, fat, juicy government contracts.
Spatial Code Rule 1. Any says requests for aid from a derelict or stranded ship must be answered by anyone who receives the message.
You'd be surprised how many people ignore that message away from truly civilized space.
Jade bumps into the captain. Why you got such big boobs?
Okay.
They may not be that large. They may be padding. Or that it could be that she has had augmentation surgery and things. Sometimes
The colonel should just be like, "Can we stop talking about my boobs, please?"
No, she's an alien, so she doesn't understand these things.
That's right. We should definitely stop talking about the colonel's boobs.
So she cheated. She cheated.
We haven't once talked about her ass, okay?
Shit.
Porter guy glances over. Is that a important topic?
Yo, Captain, give us a whirl. Give us a whirl. Spin. Come on.
Alright, she says, "I'm gonna try that ignoring."
Well,
apologies.
Porter, if you're not aware,
It's very popular.
the great ancient poets wrote such wonderful pieces of poetry on this topic. For instance, the great Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yes. I love classical music. I cannot lie.
I fucking love it. I fucking love you
I
guys.
actually like that.
And we broke it again.
You're gonna say, regardless, I would like to commission you guys for help, and we will play accordingly.
You gotta give us a whirl first.
That part is not necessary. I mean, you can do it if you want to. We don't always going to complain.
Hey, it's not necessary, but appreciated.
Punches Porter in the leg. It's necessary.
Smith looks at Porter and is like, "Hey, you may see the results of that sandwich here sooner or later."
Ooh.
Porter seems confused. Correct?
She just looks at you like, what?
Let's further try to identify the sound, the source of that sound.
The fucking dinosaur. Calm down. They shit what they shit, bro.
All right, let's go ahead and meet Cypher. Is dinosaur is it the jungle? When we find out.
Doing the spaceship.
Shrug.
Yeah.
She said, "Right now, our biggest concern is, like you guys said, getting Cypher, because if there's a bounty out from, I don't trust people."
My God, Gorak. Oh,
I would suggest that you put him someplace secure, but the ship is not exactly secure. The closest we could do is maybe adapt the cryo system. By the way, have we talked to anyone about the fact we have like a couple thousand people about to defrost?
She said, "We have people coming right now who can offboard them when they do wake up. I don't think you guys have quite the."
Yeah, that would be
setup
researching
for
the
that.
rations really thin in the atmo in the bathroom. Yeah, we
There
only
are
have
also-
like 3 bathrooms.
There is also talk of awarding you guys with basically the credit for the discovery.
fuck yeah, Porter.
Oh well, thank you. Would that mean we'd be liable for anyone who might have crashed here? Because that would be bad.
Oh, solid point. Solid point.
It's okay, Porter. I got waivers for everybody to sign.
Basically, you guys.
So it had Porter a waiver, had Greg Doc a waiver, had
I already
Jade a
signed
waiver.
it, Smith. I already signed that shit, Smith. Calm down.
Why is this one sign me up for a subscription to AOL?
Turn it over.
And this side is a kids menu with a little map.
Turn it back over. Turn it upside down.
Okay. Do I sign above or below the subscription?
Smith swaps Jade's and Porter's. Here you go.
This says gives you power of attorney over my assets.
Just sign it, Porter.
We don't have any assets.
My point.
You know what? If you could add the power of attorney over my debts, I would be willing to sign this.
Gorak.
Well, you know that we know debt is an asset, right?
You know what? I will read this and take it to my lawyer. Porter pulls it up and puts it inside the space pouch on his suit.
Smith, he done got a lawyer. You're his lawyer.
I am his lawyer.
Don't tell him that.
Are you guys? Why? Do you just carry around power of attorney forms on you?
Fuck yeah, he's from. You not know his home planet?
This comes from a planet that's highly litigious.
Just pulls out another one hands over the curb.
I come from a planet where you don't sign any documents because ever if you can avoid it.
She'll look at it and then raise an eyebrow. How did you have one already with my name on it? When would you need this?
He's a smart guy, Captain. As she points at her.
If you guys haven't pulled up my records yet, I'm John Smith from the is it the Planetoid? It's definitely a Planetoid. Titan 3.
So you're a doctor and a lawyer.
Well, everybody from Titan 3 has a basic law degree. It's part of the education system there.
So you're by far also the most desirable person by any mother, but also the most hated species in the entire planet, in the universe. How is that possible?
I think the plant.
Let's see, I guess.
Explains your body count.
We terraform planets.
Hey, so did Bitchin' Intergalactic Soda. I mean, not mine, but like 2 others attempting to recreate the algae that grows on it.
All right. So, Colonel, what exactly is the plan? We talk with Zybar, get his details, and then hatch something nefarious and probably scatterbrain and attempt to pull it off. We lost the Colonel.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Porter was asking what exactly the assignment and plan is here. You talk to Zyvar, get the details, and then hatch something that completely says creative and or scatterbrain for us to try to do in order to get control of that ship.
The titty talk got her.
Basically, the plan right now is talk to Zyvar, get him here, figure out what these messages mean, because apparently he's figured out how to translate the lesser messages, I guess, if you would call them. I don't know what the name is. He knows.
Yes, sir, ma'am, Colonel.
Say his name again for me.
I'm not a military person. I'm not sure how this works.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And then she'll say, after that, I'm going to ask your guys' help in onboarding onto the smaller ships and figuring out what's going on there. And then, pending we gain the ability to take down the whatever is protecting the ship, I would like to go onto there and at least turn off the gravity anomaly to make this safe space again.
Agreed. Alright, where's Zyvar? You said he's on his way, or are we to go collect him?
He's supposed to be on the way, and he should have been here about 15 minutes ago.
Alright, Jade, I'm gonna need your help with this.
What?
We got to get Zyvar here ASAP. So, Colonel, do we have his contact information?
I just tried calling him and he didn't answer.
Alcohol is wild.
Okay, so, alright. Jade, I'm gonna need you to stand against that Porter Smith pulls out his phone, or his, his pad. He pulls out his pad.
Porter? Stands on Porter's shoes.
Everyone give me a roll.
Yes, sir.
Fuck. That's right, drunken Jade over here with the need.
13.
7 with 2 1s. This should be interesting.
Oh my.
Alright, everyone rolled?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alright, out of nowhere, you guys' whole ship is rocked. There's a loud banging noise from the latter half of the ship. It sounds like something just crashed into you guys really fucking hard.
What just happened?